The 4,000 meter course gets its first look today as we hit the 1 o'clock hour in Shelbyville. This is Blue River Memorial Park, home of the 2024 USATF Junior Olympic Cross Country Championships. I'm Bob Akamian. Thanks for being with us today. Our final USATF event of the year on USATF.tv of the calendar year. Of course, the Senior Cross Country Championships coming up January 20th. From Richmond, Virginia, we will have that event for you live as well right here on USATF.tv. So the 4K course, similar to the 3K, except after the 2K split, which is pretty similar to what it's been on the parallel track to start and finish, you will turn to the right and then do a very looping extra kilometer, which sets you up for a run back to the finish. So parts of the course that have yet to be touched yet. Now that would be very relevant if we were wet, but we're so dry. The times have just been excellent today. Grace Smith won this last year, 13:55.13. But we've got some sub-14s in this group as well. Number one in the U.S. is Ellen Beeler, 13:59.8. Her original mark, 14:54, isn't the best seed, but Beeler has gone faster. She's Cascade Striders out of Bellevue, Washington. Ran a 13:59 on the shores of Lake Washington back in October. Evangeline Johnson-Hess from Eugene, Oregon. She's got a sub-5-minute 1500 as a 7th grader and did that against a very good field at the Prefontaine Classic middle school race. We're under starters' orders to get this started. A lot of other contenders as well. We'll talk about them as we go. Gun is up. Underway. 13 and 14-year-old girls. 4 kilometers. Talking about Beeler, who's number 1 in the U.S. Number 2 is Graceline Mabry from Palatine Pack, Region 7 champion. 2-time Illinois state champion. She's right at 14 minutes for her seed. McKenna Groen from Parker in Colorado. Number 4 in the U.S., seed mark 14:24. Remember, the ranking mark is not necessarily the seed mark coming from the regionals. And Chloe Wettstein, also from Palatine Pack, second to her teammate Mabry, number 6 in the U.S. And a big group in front. It's the Van Scatter. So the same start as the 3K. We will run pretty much in a straight line all the way to the northeast corner of the course. And then work our way all the way around the bottom and the tree line. And then again, we'll make a little curve now before the 2K. And then start the looping 3rd kilometer. Now we have an early leader emerging. 4 more, and then 4 more in a second group. But plenty in contact early on. Here we go. That is Mabry, the early lead. So that red of Palatine Pack, her teammate will be Wettstein, if we can see her. Mabry again, second best in the U.S. Looks like Wettstein's right behind her, or Wettstein. Palatine Pack, which has some big groups here. Looking to win a team title. Now it's 4 runners in the front. Plenty of contenders. Jennifer Friedman from Speed Skills. And Mabry, your leader. And a couple of teammates very close together. Kilometer, 3:15. So in the pink from HP Distance, it's Daphne Weller. Weller did not have a seed mark. And in the yellow and black, that is Tizera Kulikova, Boulder Mountain Warriors. Teresa her seat mark 15:43, but she's obviously capable of running up front. So we've got 8 up front, a single in 9th, and 2 more 10 and 11. As we work the second kilometer. There from Elevated Distance. That was Madison Lang, who's in about the 4th spot. They're in the red and black as well, just like Palatine. And there's Groen, who we talked about, 31:24. Groen is the 2-time Region 10 champ. Did not finish the race last year at Nationals. Again, Elevated is from Parker, smaller school powerhouse, but that's a growing area between Denver and the Springs. And of course, part of the well-known way of bypassing I-25. I can tell you from experience. I've driven through Parker many times. Getting to the family in the Springs. So now it's the group of 5 up front. Mabry, Friedman still in this. Lang and Groen. Madison Lang finished second to Groen. Park went 1 and 2. 7 minutes, a little less than that for 2K, halfway through. So you're going to have to get into the 13s to win this. And again, every race today has gone under its best marks for the seating. So we can say everybody's right around 14, but you're going to do better than that. And again, Beeler, whose PR is 13:59. I have not seen her. She may be in the second group, but has not been up front with this group. And now it's Weller from HP in the lead. Two Parker runners now in 3rd and 4th. Lang and Mabry. All right, so now we're going through what you would call the twisty bits, the curves of the 3rd kilometer. Mabry right back there on the shoulder of Weller. Now another big right-hand curve. We got 2 rights and then a left to get to the 3K mark. We're heading back downhill in the south end of the, you would call the bottom end of the course. And this is about the 3K right here. Call it a 10:05 for 3K. Getting splits at this distance. It remains Weller versus Mabry. And now these two starting to pull away a little bit, but both Groen and Lang. You can still see them. I think that might have been the 3K mark right there, so we'll say 10:47. It's a long straight, a steady uphill. Not a terribly challenging uphill, particularly for the Colorado kids. Parker isn't quite at the super high altitude the schools where the Springs are, the Palmer Divide schools, but it's 5,000 foot-ish. Distance. Still leading. Mabry right there with her from Palatine Pack. HB distance from Lapel, just northeast of Indy. Parker runner. Let's see. This is Lang. So Lang has had the edge over her teammate Groen. Groen beat her in the regional race. Groen's still hanging there in fourth place. And we continue to surge up the hill, and then we'll take a very tight left in the final stretch. See as we get past by the parking lots. Bend to the right. Great crowd here out supporting these athletes, friends, family, and of course their teammates with the different age groups. Especially when you're done with your race, you can kind of let it all hang out and cheer for your teammate. Here we come. What a strong run by Weller. She has not yielded at all. It's Weller, Mabry, and here is the finish. Mabry surging. Mabry at the line. Mabry in 13:40.1. No, now they rescore it. Weller 13:39.4. Mabry 13:39.5. Boy, it looked like Mabry with maybe she needed just a little bit of a lean, but it's Weller by 1/10 of a second over Mabry. Lang and Groen third and fourth. Sloan Groendijk from Rock Creek Track Club fifth. Johnson Hess sixth. Dylan Shackley, Peak Performance seventh. And there's Beeler, our national leader, and she beat her season best. But these top 8 times, all under 14 minutes. What a group effort here. Wetstein, we talked about from Palatine Pack 10th. That could be important for the team points. Daphne Weller hangs on as Mabry makes a strong kick in the final, I don't even want to say it was 100, the final 50. And got so close, it looked like, at least by her stride, that she'd made it. But remember, we're looking at that head on. It's completely different at the line. And Weller hangs on by the closest of margins.
60 athletes under 15 minutes.
Weller, Mabry, Lang, Groen, Groendijk. And as expected, Palatine Pack looks like they've got the team title. More places left to mark, but they've got a commanding early margin here. See with the 29 points. For the top 10 team scoring points, let's look at these individuals. Of course, Mabry was second. Wetstein, 10th. Hannah Farley, 16th. These are their overall places. And Gianna Suvada, 29th. Abigail Coker, 35th. That's overall. For team scoring points, in other words, places not involving unattached individuals, Palatine Pack 2nd, 4th, 6th, 13th, and 16th. And they will win by a tremendous margin over Speed Skills. 12th, 17th, 19th, 40th, and 46th in the team places. Top finisher for Speed Skills, Harper Teleska. Finishing 25th. Friedman ended up 36th. Remember, she was up front early on. Eden Solorzano was 33rd overall for Speed Skills. Boulder Mountain is going to be the third team, led by Kasia Wick, Boulder Mountain Warriors. She was 17th overall. And Kuldakova, who was up front early, ends up 22nd for Boulder Mountain. So Palatine Pack, strong group effort. They had a lot of entries in this race. But Daphne Willer holds off Mabry for the 13-14 4K championship. To mention, there's no published 4K records for Blue River Memorial Park. Not quite your regular distance. It's obviously an in-between for middle schoolers. And we have 331 finishers across. More to come. Boys will be next on the same course. By the way, Elevated Distance is going to finish further back in the team race despite the third and fourth finishers, Madison Lang and McKenna Groen. Palatine Pack, your champion in the team competition easily.
We are about 5 minutes away from our check-in time for the boys 4,000 meters, age 13-14. That check-in time is 1:25. That is check-in for the boys 4,000 meters, age 13 and 14. That'll be our one and only 4,000 meter distance race for the boys today. They will start that race at 1:45. That is a bit off of our usual rhythm here as the race distance has gotten just a little bit longer. 1:45 start time for the boys 4,000 meters. That might be just enough time to stop by our mini food trucks and grab a snack. A few mini
And
food
we're
trucks
creeping up
all
to
day.
400 finishers.